Okay, see Lindelof videos, algebra, factoring, and geometry. In this case, we have a geometric solid. So we have a geosolid here. And what we're given is we have this right cone here, and we're told that its volume is equal to 125 pi. And we're also told that it has a radius, that its radius is 2x minus 5, and that this height right here is 3x. What would help to know is that the volume of a cone, is equal to pi thirds r squared h. Some professors or teachers will put the whole thing over 3. It doesn't make one bit of difference. I'm just throwing it out there. So that's what I'm going to start working with. And we're also told that we have this, that the volume is 125 pi. So I'm just bringing everything together. Volume is equal to this as a formula, and we're told that the given volume of this whole thing is 125 pi. From here, I'm just going to start to fill in the blanks. So I'm going to take pi thirds times the radius. The radius here, this is a radius, right? This is a radius. And the radius is 2x minus 5. And it says here that it's actually radius squared, so there's that, times height, and we're told that our height is 3x, so times 3x. Be a little bit careful. You can do some of this stuff here. What I actually am going to do here is I'm going to multiply 3x times pi thirds, right? So I'm going to do this over here, 3x times pi thirds, and hopefully you can see that this cancels out, and you get pi x, right, times 2x minus 5 squared. So hopefully you can see that, and from there, where I'm going is this. I'm going to go ahead and expand this out, and so I'm going to, right, I'm sorry, is equal to 125 pi. I'm going to screw that up. I don't want to lose that. So I'm going to go ahead and expand. I'm going to expand this piece right here. So 2x minus 5 times 2x minus 5. So I have this pi x here times, and that expands out to 4x squared minus, what is it, minus 10? Is it? It's minus 20x. It's minus 20x plus 25. Is that good math? Plus 25 is equal to 125 pi. If you don't mind, I'm just trying to make this simple for myself. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to divide both sides by pi, so because we have pi here and pi here. So if we divided the whole thing by pi, then this pi would disappear and this one would disappear, wouldn't they? They have common factors of that, so I can factor that crap out. Just trying to make my life easier. I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to distribute this through here to here to here and to here. As I do that, I'm going to get 4x cubed minus 20x squared plus 25x. And if you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and subtract 125 from both sides while I'm there. Minus 125 is equal to 0. What a pain in the neck, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try a little bit of factor by grouping here. So I'm going to factor by grouping, factor by group. So the way I do this is this. I look at it like this. I'm like, okay, I have this piece right here, and I'm going to put a plus sign in between them. It doesn't change anything, but it helps me remember that I'm not multiplying. I'm just using these parentheses to look at something different. So I look at this, and I think what I can factor out from these first two terms is I can factor out 4x squared. And 4x squared times x would be 4x cubed, and 4x squared times negative 5 would be negative 20x squared, wouldn't it? On this side, I'm going to do something similar. Here. I'm going to factor out 25. So I'm going to factor out 25 from here. 25 times x and 25 times negative 5 equals 0. Check this out for a second. Nothing changed. Everybody gets all freaked out. Nothing has changed. I'm just looking at this in a different way. I already proved that this is that. That this times this is that piece up there, isn't it? And this times these two pieces gives me this piece back, doesn't it? So you're saying, okay, Charlie, how does that help? Well, look at this for a second. It really helps to clean this picture up if you'll let it. Because here's that positive 25 here, isn't it? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say I have 4x squared plus 25 times x minus 5 equals 0. And somebody just went, oh my God, what happened? Dude, nothing happened. Nothing happened at all. I just turned this into factors instead of add-ins, but it works perfectly, doesn't it? I would first do 4x squared times x minus 5. Well, that's FOIL, 4x squared times x, then 4x squared times negative 5, right? In this case, what I would do next is I do 25 times x and then 25 times negative 5. That's right here, 25 times x, 25 times negative 5. So you're saying, how does that help? Well, it helps because we have factors now, and we can use the zero product property, which says that 0 times any number gives us 0 back. So all I'm going to do now is this. I'm going to set this thing equal like this. I'm going to say, when is 4x squared plus 25 equal to 0? I'll solve that. I'll get 4x squared equals negative 25. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I could actually stop here because I know this is going to have no solution. Divide by 4 and get x squared is equal to negative 25 over 4. Take the square root of both sides. Excuse me, take the square root of both sides. But you can't take the square root of a negative number, therefore there's no solution here. Which leaves us with this. And we ask ourselves, when is x minus 5 equal to 0? And that's when x is equal to 5. So I think we may have a solution there. We can go check. And sure enough, if we put 5 in here, we have 3 times 5 is 15. What's important is that it's a positive number, because in geometry we don't want negative distances. And I put in 5 here. We have 2 times 5 is 10, and 10 minus 5 is greater than 0, and therefore we have positive distance there, don't we? So our only solution is x is equal to 5. So I hope this is really helpful. It's not easy, but we can definitely do this. So please hang in there. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do.